Assalamu alaikum.
If you want to watch new videos on our channel, then subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Like the video and share it with your friends. Moreover, comment below for your suggestions. Now let's come to today's video. Topic: Place of articulation. Place of articulation refers to the specific location where two or more articulators, organs involved in speech production, come together to form a constriction or closure, thereby producing different speech sounds. The place of articulation plays a significant role in distinguishing and classifying consonant sounds. 1. Bilabial. Bilabial consonants are produced by bringing both lips together to create a complete closure, blocking the airflow temporarily. When the lips are released, the buildup of air produces the sound. The main bilabial consonants in English are P, B,
And M. H.
In words like pat, the two lips are pressed together, and when the air pressure is released after the closure, it creates a short burst of sound P.
B.
Similar to P, the lips are brought together, but with the addition of vocal cord vibration, creating a voiced sound. For example, in the word bat, the beat sound is produced when the lips are released.
M.
The lips close together to produce a nasal consonant with the airflow coming through the nose. In words like mat, the lips come together, and when they are opened, the sound
M.
is produced. 2. Labiodental. Labiodental consonants are produced when the lower lip comes into contact with the upper teeth. The airflow is released through a small opening between the lip and the teeth. The main labiodental consonants in English are F and V.
F.
To produce the sound
F.
the lower lip lightly touches the upper teeth, and the air is forced through the small gap between them. This creates a friction-like sound as in the word fit.
V.
Similar to
F.
the lower lip touches the upper teeth, but with the addition of vocal cord vibration, producing a voiced sound. In words like vet, the lips and teeth create a closure, and the airflow is released to create the V sound. These articulatory descriptions and examples illustrate how bilabial and labiodental consonants are formed and pronounced by using the movements of the lips and teeth. 3. Dental. The dental sounds in English are produced when the tongue tip or blade touches the upper teeth. These sounds can be further categorized into two sounds: voiced dental fricative,
D.
as in the word that, and voiceless dental fricative theta,
Th.
as in the word think. To produce the voiced dental fricative,
D.
place the tip or blade of the tongue right behind the upper front teeth and let the air pass through a narrow gap between the tongue and teeth while voicing. This sound does not exist in all languages, but is commonly found in English. Example: that, the sound is present in the word that. When pronounced, the tongue tip touches just behind the upper front teeth, and the sound is voiced with the air passing between the tongue and teeth. The voiceless dental fricative
Th.
theta is produced in a similar manner to the voiced dental fricative
D.
However, instead of voicing, the air is expelled without any vocal cord vibration. Example: think, the theta sound is present in the word think. The tongue tip touches just behind the upper front teeth, and the sound is voiceless with the air being expelled between the tongue and teeth. 4. Alveolar. The alveolar sounds in English are produced when the tongue tip or blade touches the alveolar ridge, which is the bumpy part just behind the upper teeth. Several consonant sounds belong to this category, including
T. D. S. Z. N. L.
To produce the alveolar sounds, place the tip or blade of the tongue against the alveolar ridge, creating a partial closure, and then release the air or create a narrow passage for the air to pass during speech. Examples: top, the T sound is an alveolar sound. The tip of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge briefly and releases the air. Dog. The D sound is also produced with the tip of the tongue touching the alveolar ridge, but in this case, the sound is voiced. Sip. The
S,
sound is voiceless and produced by creating a narrow passage between the tongue blade and the alveolar ridge, with the air passing through it. Zip. The
Z,
sound is voiced and similar to
S,
but with the vocal cords vibrating. Additionally,
N,
the N sound in words like not and the
L,
L sound in words like lake are alveolar sounds. These sounds are produced by briefly touching the tip or blade of the tongue to the alveolar ridge and releasing the air without any friction. 5. Palatal. Palatal sounds are produced with the front of the tongue making contact with the hard palate, which is the bony part of the roof of the mouth behind the alveolar ridge. Here are some examples.
Sh,
In shoe, this is the sound we hear at the beginning of the word shoe. To produce this sound, the front of the tongue comes into contact with the hard palate, creating a narrow opening for the airflow. This sound is known as the voiceless palato-alveolar fricative in phonetics.
J,
In measure, this sound occurs in the middle of the word measure. It is the voiced counterpart of the previous sound. The front of the tongue also contacts the hard palate, but the vocal cords vibrate, creating a voiced sound. This is called the voiced palato-alveolar fricative.
J,
In yes, this sound can be heard at the beginning of the word yes. It is known as the palatal approximant or the semi-vowel. It is produced when the front of the tongue is positioned close to the hard palate without actually making full contact. The airflow is relatively unobstructed, producing a smooth, gliding sound. 6. Velar. Velar sounds are articulated with the back of the tongue contacting the soft part of the roof of the mouth, called the velum. Examples of velar sounds include
K,
in cat. This sound is the voiceless velar plosive. It is made by pressing the back of the tongue against the velum, creating a temporary blockage in the vocal tract. The sound is then released, producing a quick burst of air.
G,
In get. This is the voiced counterpart of the previous sound. The back of the tongue contacts the velum just like in the voiceless velar plosive, but the vocal cords vibrate, resulting in a voiced sound.
In,
Sing. This is the sound we hear at the end of the word sing. It is called the velar nasal. It is produced by lowering the soft part of the roof of the mouth, allowing air to pass through the nasal cavity while the back of the tongue contacts the velum. This sound does not occur at the beginning of English words. In summary, palatal sounds involve contact between the front of the tongue and the hard palate, while velar sounds involve contact between the back of the tongue and the soft part of the roof of the mouth. These distinctions affect how airflow is regulated and result in different sounds in speech. 7. Glottal. Glottal refers to a speech sound that is produced when the vocal cords partially or completely close in the area of the glottis. The glottis is the part of our vocal apparatus where the vocal cords are located. When producing sounds, the vocal cords may come together, move apart, or partially close, creating different speech sounds. One example of a glottal sound is the
H,
H sound in the word hat. When we say
H,
the vocal cords are partially closed, causing a blockage of the airflow. This closure creates a noise or a hissing sound. The H sound is an example of a fricative sound, as the air is being forced through a narrow passage between the vocal cords, producing friction and sound. The glottal sound H is articulated at the beginning of words and usually before vowels. It is often referred to as an unvoiced or voiceless sound because it does not involve voicing from the vocal cords. When we say the word hat, we can feel the brief constriction of our vocal cords as the air passes through, producing the H sound. Other words that start with the glottal H sound include hot, hope, and help. The glottal H sound is found in many languages and serves various purposes such as distinguishing between words or forming specific phonetic patterns. In summary, the glottal refers to a speech sound produced when the vocal cords partially close in the area of the glottis. The sound in hat is an example of a glottal sound, where the vocal cords create a partial blockage of airflow, resulting in a hissing sound at the beginning of the word. Note that these are just some examples, and there are other places of articulation as well, such as retroflex, uvular, and pharyngeal. 8. Retroflex. Retroflex refers to a type of consonant sound where the tip of the tongue is curled or bent backward towards the roof of the mouth. This creates a distinctive sound quality. Examples of retroflex sounds include retroflex stops, as in train, or as in drum. Retroflex fricatives, as in ship, or as in measure. Retroflex approximants, as in red, or as in world. In these examples, the tongue is positioned in a way that creates a backward curl or bend, resulting in the retroflex sound. 9. Uvular. Uvular refers to a type of consonant sound produced by the uvula, which is the small, fleshy, cone-shaped structure hanging down at the back of the throat. When the uvula is involved in producing a sound, it is called an uvular sound. Examples of uvular sounds include uvular stops, q as in Iraq, or as in some dialects of Arabic. Uvular fricatives, chi as in lock, or as in Paris. Uvular trill, as in some dialects of German or French. These sounds are produced by constricting the airflow at the back of the throat using the uvula. 10. Pharyngeal. Pharyngeal refers to a type of consonant sound produced by the pharynx, which is the upper part of the throat behind the mouth and nasal cavity. When the pharynx is involved in producing a sound, it is called a pharyngeal sound. Examples of pharyngeal sounds include pharyngeal fricatives, h as in Bahrain, or as in some dialects of Arabic. Pharyngeal approximant, as in some dialects of Arabic or Hebrew. These sounds are produced by constricting or narrowing the pharynx, creating a distinctive sound quality. In summary, retroflex sounds involve curling or bending the tongue backward, uvular sounds involve using the uvula, and pharyngeal sounds involve constricting or narrowing the pharynx. These different articulatory positions result in unique sounds that are found in various languages around the world. If you like the video, subscribe our channel and appreciate us. For new videos, press bell and get notifications. Like, share and comment below for your suggestions and feedback. Thanks for watching.